How to Organize and Draft a College-Level Paper by Leah, Alyssa, Mackenzie, and Evan.
How to begin. Create a thesis, gather your reasons, provide evidence to support your ideas, plan how you will arrange your argument. For example, before writing your introduction, you must find a way to draw the reader into your framework. There are many different ways to draw the reader into your introduction. Some choose to begin with a forthright approach, but a real-life anecdote or quotation could be just as effective. Where should my thesis be stated? Traditionally, your thesis will be stated somewhere within your introduction, but if you feel that it is better to provide evidence first, then your thesis can be provided later in your argument. Essay structure. Minor arguments and reasons. Minor arguments and reasons should be the main part of your essay. Order of arguments. The order of arguments should be determined by their potential effect on readers. Traditionally, you begin with a reason that the reader will find compelling or a reason that the reader is already aware of. You also want to end with a powerful message so that you have a strong beginning and an even stronger ending, which makes it easier for weaker evidence to be sandwiched in between. How should you engage the reader? There are many ways to engage the reader throughout your essay. You could provide breakthrough ideas, use a higher level vocabulary, provide cutting-edge arguments, or even appeal to the reader's emotions.
A counter-argument is an argument or a set of reasons put forward to oppose an idea or theory developed in another argument. Counter-arguments should be included throughout the entire paper and not just in one paragraph. You should only use the counter-argument if it pertains to all the minor arguments. If it doesn't, the counter-argument should not be used. A conclusion is the end or finish of an event or process. When restating evidence in a conclusion, make sure to include what each paragraph was about and how it relates to your thesis. It is important that it summarizes your main idea. Use your introductory paragraph to help you with your conclusion. However, make sure they aren't too similar. The conclusion should leave the reader with a sense of understanding on the topic. The end of the conclusion should include quote, emotional appeal, or call for support or action to leave them.
Drafting. Major versus minor arguments. Major arguments are the center of your entire argument. They're what your whole essay is about. Minor arguments are ones that relate and support your topic, but are more specific and go into more detail. Minor arguments are important because they strengthen the overall tone of your paper, but make sure you don't get too off topic and forget what the original argument was. How to avoid long paragraphs. Try to stay on the main points. If you're too enthusiastic or emotional about what you're writing, it can lead to rants and tangents that will drag on your paper. Editing. Once you think you're done with your draft, read it over and make sure that you don't get too repetitive in your essay. Make any changes you see fit before getting peer-reviewed, and take their thoughts into consideration while writing your final draft.
Revising and editing. Is your thesis debatable, precise, and clear? The readers must know what you were trying to convince them of by the end of the essay. Is your argument unified? Does each minor claim support the thesis? All of your opinions, facts, and claims need to match your minor claim. Every sentence needs to contribute to the point you're making. Is the structure of your argument clear and compelling? Readers should be able to follow easily and see why you move from each idea. Is the evidence specific, representative, and adequate? Facts, examples, opinions should be well detailed and fairly explained and should be able to support your claim. Have you slipped into any logical facilities? Generalization, oversimplification, begging, and ignoring the question you need to avoid these and delete them from your essay to be able to have a good argument. How to edit a college essay in 7 steps.
This YouTube video.
Revision is not copying your draft word for word on another paper or computer, fixing a few errors here and there, adding a few words here and there. Revision can make your writing powerful, make your audience want to keep reading what you put your heart into.
There's that, and then finally here is our bibliography.